Hello and welcome. My name is Christopher Carey. I will be conducting this PowerPoint presentation for Apple and their case study, Managing a Global Supply Chain. To begin, there will be an agenda based on 5 key points throughout this PowerPoint. 1. The overview of Apple's supply chain for the iPhone. 2. Key advantages of Apple's supply chain. 3. The greatest challenges for Apple in their future. 4. The executive dashboard. And 5. Recommendations for BXE Capital and Apple as a potential investment for their portfolio. To begin with Apple and their overview, they have improved tremendously from their inception, and especially between 1996 and 2013, which is the bulk of their financial data for this report. Apple is able to regain control of their supply chain internally and ultimately their external operations. Apple has continually been able to innovate and develop new products. As such, their R&D costs rose, but proportionally so did their sales and net incomes, as you can see on the slides to the right. And as well, the trend line is positive for both net sales, net income, and research and development expense. This suggests that Apple is willing to invest in the R&D to produce innovative products and at the same time is able to be profitable and make sales. And of course, direct correlation to that, inventory has rose. So as Apple has been able to regain control of their supply chain, they have been able to scale up and run more efficiently. And as they scale up, they have been required to store more products and just hold more products overall. And even so, they're still able to increase their sales at an exponential rate. Continuing with the overview, Apple has globalized products, an impressive market share, and essentially growth in every single market across the world. As you can see, there are positive trends from 2011 to 2013, but the greatest percent changes in 2011 to 12 for Japan, and 2012 to 2013 for Japan. And across the board, all the percent changes are positive, indicating that no matter where Apple is, it is still increasing in markets, regardless of where the geography may be. Continuing with the overview, Apple's leading product, the iPhone, has increased year over year. The Mac has decreased due to competition, but remains solid, nonetheless. And the iPod has decreased, unfortunately, but this is most likely due to the innovation of music streaming services and such. There are some key advantages that help Apple thrive in the marketplace. Some of them include the exclusivity agreements, ensuring that they have suppliers or manufacturers only providing them key materials or making key materials for them. Forecasting and planning, ensuring that their retail stores operations help forecast how much they actually need to produce. Procurement, progressively procuring material to ensure that you have enough material at any time to meet the needs of the customer. Inventory management, ensuring that part of their exclusivity agreements that the suppliers hold 2 weeks worth of inventory at their own cost. And again, high quality suppliers, so they can only target those high quality suppliers and have high quality products nonetheless. And through that, Apple rewards them on metric based incentives, which could be equipment or just financial money. Reverse logistics. So as Apple deals with customer returns or end of life cycle, they are more efficiently able to deal with the process from customer sale to issues to returning it back to them or disposing of it. And of course, another key advantage, Apple operates in a global market. So they have access to more demographics and more customers across the world this way. Flexibility and dynamic nature in their labor force. So being able to bump up their production when needed on the flip of a dime through their suppliers like Foxconn and the other one. This really gives them a unique advantage where even in seasonal droughts, they're able to guarantee they have a almost unlimited amount of production. Research and development. So Apple has been at the forefront of innovative products, and this has led to their success. And the fact that they continually invest in this is one of their key advantages. Not that they only can invest in it, but the fact they're willing to, while still making a profit. The greatest challenges in the future: competition, as globalization continues and technology is able to be produced for less. This handicaps Apple because the lower end competitors can compete with the level of specifications that Apple products have. Quality, as Apple continues to scale up, they need to ensure that they are not letting anything slip through the cracks quality-wise with suppliers or even in the manufacturing process. Innovation, ensuring that they are still producing new products and not just simply tweaking existing products. Software and application integration, so ensuring that the software is able to be translated in a business place or more mobile applications as such. PR for ethics, ensuring that Apple has a good view in the media and they are not committing ethical troubles that will ultimately hurt the company and their CSR. And pricing and market share. So Apple is more of a high-end product. Therefore, the low-end customers are not interested in Apple as of yet, unless Apple can make a more competitive pricing product. This leads to the executive dashboard. This dashboard is targeted for the executive level members of Apple. Through this, you'll be able to compare returns such as ROA, ROA without cash equivalents, ROE, and ROS. And this is between Apple, Samsung, Nokia, and BlackBerry. And that will be the data in the top left corner of the chart and the data in the bottom left corner of the chart. And through this, you'll be able to select either of those four buttons to automate that chart. You'll be able to view the Gartner Group supply chain ranking, which is important because it will indicate which supply chains across the world are performing well, performing the best, and are ultimately succeeding in leading the way in an innovative manner. You'll be able to see sales, research and development, and inventory, and answer key questions that really determine if Apple is able to succeed presently, how it's doing, and where it plans to go. Finally, recommendations for BXC Capital. You should be cautious of competition in the technology field as globalization continues, as technology will be made for cheaper and there will be greater innovations in automation. You should be sure to monitor Apple's innovative and R&D endeavors to ensure that they're still putting in effort or ensuring that they are committed to innovating their products. But ultimately, based on Apple's financial metrics and even the Gartner Group supply chain ranking that puts Apple first, it is quite easy to see that Apple is the leader of their own market category, and they are still an excellent choice for BXC Capital's portfolio, which I would recommend that they retain for the time being and continually conduct these assessments to ensure that they are on the right track, they are still competitive, and they are still able to make a profit. Thank you very much. Have a great day.